Hey humans, what's happening in the tube? Time for another safety razor review by yours truly, and this one is my first plastic safety razor. Well, almost plastic. It's the Wilkinson Sword Classic. Long handle, plastic razor with a metal handle. Well, half metal handle. Two-piece razor, cheap. Um, got some has some weight to it because of the metal handle, um, and it's a mild razor. Most people would say it's a beginner's razor. Uh, well, certainly because of the mildness, but I found that it's not quite as smooth in the head on the head when you drag it across, and that tends to give me a little bit of irritation because plastic is not as smooth surfaced as metal, and it would be a sad thing if a new wet shaver would be thrown off from getting irritation because of this one. Maybe it's just this one I got that's not as quite as smooth, but it did give me a little bit of irritation, and I can feel it just doing this, that there's some drag. So, but overall, it's not a bad razor. I wouldn't say not a bad razor uh, at all. And even though it's made of plastic, the head is plastic threaded, and so is the inside of the razor. Uh, I think it will last. I think it will last longer than you actually would think. Being a plastic razor, if you don't over tighten it, tighten it down nice and good, but don't over tighten it. And I think if you do that, it would it'll last a fair amount of time actually. Some people have mentioned that it does get clogged up um, quicker than other razors. I didn't find that to be the case. Um, I've seen a lot of videos where people they would do the side and then they'll go down here to the, and that will clog it up. But if you just do what I do, I just take this half of my face with one side. It doesn't tend to clog, really. I wouldn't say that at all. And if you look at it, these posts or whatever you would call it here, I think if you cut those off, that would certainly make a big difference as opposed to clogging. Because even though there's three big long holes, the leather would still rest on those two pins, and that would give it some support, and that would help. Well, that would help cause the clogging. But I think if you just took some I don't know, wire cutters or something and just cut those off, you can see them on the other side here. There we go, like that. If you just cut those two off, I think that would allow the leather to pass through more easily, and thus preventing the clogging. But I'll have to give that a try one day. Like I said, it's a cheap razor, so if it doesn't work out, oh well, it's not a big deal. So, but the Wilkinson Sword Classic is a fine razor, and for a plastic razor, it appears to be built rather nicely, I would say. And of course, the handle being metal inside, that should help too. So I don't know. There's not really anything more I can say. Oh, there's no overhead on this razor. This one doesn't have a blade, but the sides are closed off, so you won't have the blade sticking out and nicking your ear or your nose or whatever. So that's a nice feature as well. And inside we have the post, and we have these two on the side that you slip the blade over, and that keeps the blade very, very securely. There's absolutely no chance of it moving, and that's also a good thing for a beginner, knowing that the blade isn't gonna just pop off to a side, which can be a little bit nerve-wracking when you're a noob. So yeah, give it a try. And you can always use this as a travel razor, or give it to your kids to play with or something. It's a nice, cheap, simple razor. So that's it, the Wilkinson Sword Classic plastic razor with a metal handle. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe, and have a good one, all of you.